It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. You know, I had a couple people reach out to me and said, Ray, we just can't believe that you're not a fan of managed print services. We can't believe that you're out there saying it's not a good product. We can't believe that everybody in the world wants to do managed print services except for you. Well, folks, not everybody in the world wants to do managed print services. Maybe a whole bunch of people in the industry want to convince themselves that everybody in the world wants to do managed print services. But everybody in the world doesn't want to do it. They want a printer, some supplies, till they don't need them anymore. There is a vast majority of customers in the space today that just want to print till they don't need to print anymore. They don't need some complicated contract. They don't need some sales rep coming in there and doing some assessment when they're only printing 4,000 or 5,000 pages a month. And they know next month they'll probably print less. People need to do the math and the real math. Go into your customer's office and ask them what they spend for their entire IT infrastructure. And make sure you add it all up right. Make sure you add up their telephony. Make sure you add up all the software they have to use. Make sure you add up all the licenses for that software. Make sure you add up their ISP, their backup, their firewalls, their servers, all the stuff that they have to buy to run their organization around technology. And when you add up that number, then go look at the printer. You'll find it over by the water fountain. It's probably running 4,000 or 5,000 pages a month. It'll be a big old boat anchor. Someone sold them an A3. They don't need one. But add up what the lease is, add up what the service is, and guess what number you're going to come up with as a percentage of their total IT spend. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be less than 2%, I assure you, because I've done it. It'll be less than 2%. So then you got to ask yourselves, who in the hell wants to manage something that's less than 2% of their total IT budget? Nobody. How many CIOs, CEOs, CFOs are sitting around their office right now combing through the phone bill and calling up people and saying, hey, I cannot believe you called someone at 5:30 last night and talked for 2.5 hours. Was that a business call? They don't give a crap. It's a cost of doing business, and telephony's never gotten cheaper. Print is just a cost of doing business. And let's be honest, my friends, for the majority of the market, print has never gotten cheaper, and it continues to get cheaper every single day. So why manage it? So if we could stop running around with this fantasy of managed print services, and we could focus on these customers, this huge population of our customers that buys with a commodity mindset, that wants a product until they don't need it anymore, or wants a product that'll do what they need it to do. That's all they want. They don't want products loaded up with a bunch of apps. They don't want all this workflow nonsense. The biggest interruption to workflow is to stop and have to walk up to a device to either scan something in or print it out. The device doesn't help with workflow. It's an encumbrance to workflow. Most of the documents today are already in the computer system. They were born there. Having to pull them out and put them back in is a disruption to workflow. And there's organizations out there developing softwares to make that interruption happen less. Maybe that's what the imaging channel needs to be focusing on. But trying to rekindle relationships with technologies that customers really don't want to have a relationship with anymore is silly. And so now I want to talk about the fact that print will be around for a long time. It's not about print going away. It's about print reducing in its volume, causing disastrous results to those who deliver and service it today if they don't modify, if they don't change the way they do things. If they don't look at the future and say, man, in that future, what I'm doing today doesn't exist. And how do I deliver that future to the customer today? Or you can just wait around for somebody else to do it. But if you're going to go to these seminars and you're going to get all excited about managed print services in the year 2025, you're delusional. Because in the year 2025, we're going to print even less. In the year 2025, there's going to be massive consolidation between manufacturers. In the year 2025, there'll be some manufacturers completely gone. In the year 2025, people will have new devices and technologies that eliminate print even more. So it's not about counting pages, managing pages. It's about your customers counting on you to deliver them the future to the present. It's about your customers counting on you to do what's right for them, not what's right to hold your old infrastructure in place for another decade. Because another decade of talking about managed print services is not doing a damn bit of good to an industry that needs to wake up to the realities of the market and start delivering based on those realities. Or we could just sit around and wait for someone else to come do it for us. I'll end my time with this: status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and have a fantastic day, my friends. See y'all tomorrow.